So glad you stopped by today. We're going to talk about malachite today, or I'm going to chat about malachite, and hopefully you're going to find something fun to know about it. I call it a heart healer. And of course, it's been used for centuries and centuries as a healing stone for everything from bumps and bruises to deep, long-term illnesses. Its energy is kind of like a really fun rolling bubble. I always kind of think of it as those mud pots in Yellowstone, or maybe like when you drop a pebble in a lake and how it ripples out. That's kind of what malachite's energy does. It can stir and inspire our heart's desires and grand talents to be recognized and released. But at the same time, it releases all that negativity, which is kind of the big deal. That's why we've used it forever as a healing stone. But it's so fun. The reason I call it a heart healer is because it allows all that negativity to be released, opened up, rippled out, and we can then send our truth, send our essence, send our contribution to the collective out easily, effortlessly, beautifully, funly. We get to show funly. Is that a word? I'm not so sure that's a word. But the point is that trauma and secrets, when they're released, they give us, when we let go of all that stuff, and it's not easy. I'm not saying it's a 15-minute process, but this is so helpful because it helps us to ripple it out. Because it comes in layers. We're very complicated beings as humans. So when that happens, though, we get the space and the fluidity to really open ourselves to the winds of the universe, to carry us our expression, our soul purpose, right into that fabulous, fabulous collective. And of course, what's going out then is our heart, our love, our compassion, our essence, our understanding that we are connected with every other being, a sentient living life on this planet. And we get to contribute and love them in a fabulous way. It also, that rippling effect has an amazing, amazing magnificence with our bodies. My opinion that the real delight of malachite is in the energy that it emanates, connecting us with that huge, 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 larger consciousness as clean and clear and beautiful essences of ourselves. That perfection, that fun. Gotta mention here, gotta say it, it's all over the internet, and it's important. It's a valuable thing. Malachite, you don't want to put it in water. And you certainly, these are fairly big pieces that I'm sharing with you. They'll be on Etsy. But here's the deal. You don't want to cut into this unless you're a jeweler or a geologist or somebody who knows how to cut into this, because the real toxic part of malachite is in its dust. Humans can't tolerate a lot of it. It doesn't, in its concentrated form, it doesn't do well with our concentration of our physical bodies. Its core is copper, and it has a group of chemicals that are mostly the time only harmful to us in dust. It's not good in water because it will lose its shape. It will dissipate. But really, the toxic part of it is in dust. And the really big deal is that it is completely toxic when it's mixed with acid. Most of us are not going to put our malachite in with acid in any form or shape unless we're a jeweler, unless we're a miner. Miners use acid quite often to clean crystals. Obviously, they don't do that with malachite. But the warning here is please don't try and cut it yourself, and definitely don't let kids put malachite in their mouth. And if for some reason that happens accidentally, because life happens, I would definitely recommend that you just take that little one to the ER and have their stomach cleansed. It's just like food poisoning. It is exactly the same symptoms. So if you suspect that a little one or someone's gotten into it, and they act like they have food poisoning, they do. They've been poisoned by malachite. Won't last. I don't think babies, it'll kill a baby. But I don't think for most of us as adults, eventually we're able to disperse it. But don't go there. Just don't go there. Now, why did I title this? And why are we talking today about azurite? Azurite. It's fabulous, isn't it? This piece happens to be mixed with malachite. Do you know why? Because it's the core of malachite. Malachite grows from azurite. As you can see there, they're together there. Isn't that funny? A lot of times people call this malacola. The point is that they have very similar properties. I love, love, love azurite. And I think everyone should have a piece of azurite in their house, a piece of malachite in their house. With this, you can have both. Azurite has a vibration that's really considered, this fabulous, peaceful, growing flow of energy. It doesn't bubble. When azurite evolves into malachite, it gets strong and powerful and bubbly and poppy and moves a little bit more. But azurite's the baby, and it's soft and it's smooth, and it really allows us to really feel the essence of our ever-expanding life. Azurite shows us how we can become harmoniously aware of the individuality unfolding as that vitally valuable thread in the world. Go back to the collective consciousness. We're needed. Every last one of us is a valuable, important component, just as azurite is a valuable, important component of malachite. As you can see, there's both there. So I just wanted to share all that fun, yummy stuff with you guys. This is, do I want to say a cure-all? I want to say that when our hearts are sweetly and clearly cleansed and bubbled open so that we can express easily and effortlessly and joyfully who we are, well, that pretty much cleanses our physical body of the trauma. It allows us to release that trauma, because really that trauma wasn't about us. That trauma was just trauma. We were in the wrong place at the wrong time. We picked the wrong set of parents. We ran and turned the wrong corner, whatever it is. But it's not the essence of who, what, and how we are. It's not what we're contributing to the world. We're contributing the joy, the light, the delight, the life, the flow in an integral piece and thread of the divine universe. And I know you all are doing that in the most amazing and creative and unique ways that can possibly be imagined. So I'm so appreciative that you all stopped by to play with malachite and azurite with me today. If you have any sweet comments, please drop them below. Please follow me for more good vibes and fun things, little tidbits of information about azurite, malachite, and other things that I have in my warehouse on the shelf that I love, love, love talking about. But mostly I love that you love the stones like I love the stones, and we get to play with them in the most unique way. Every time you share with me how you're using them, how your story is unfolding, the beautiful stories you have, it bubbles my heart even more open. Thank you so much for stopping by. Have a great hour, day, week, life. Ciao for now.